Welcome to day 31. A very sad day, but exciting day. I can't believe March is over. We've gone through this so quickly, and here we are at the last day of 31 Uplanders in 31 days.
Pretty crazy.
That's all you got after 31 days?
I mean, I'm kind of tired. It's been a long month.
It has.
I don't know. If you would have told me how much work it was going to take when I first signed up for this, I probably still would have done it because it's been amazing to get to know all these people a little bit more. But dang, I don't even have to do really any work. Like, I only have to do about a third the work that you're doing. So
I was going to say, you just show up and talk, and then you're like out.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's great. What's it like being the woman in the relationship and having to put in all the work?
Oh,
I feel like it's like having a baby. Like, if this was our baby, I just come in.
So you're like the grandparents,
and then leave, and you gotta let it suckle your teeth.
No. This is a way bad analogy. Horrible analogy. It's more like a grandparent showing up, stirring the kid up, and then just rolling out to let you deal with the mess behind it.
Sure. Whatever makes you feel more or less uncomfortable.
Jeez. Well, we've had some amazing guests this month, and there's no other way to end this than the one and only Mars, Utah. How we doing, brother?
Yo, what's up, my dudes? Doing good. Thanks for having me here on the last day. Quite a epic marathon you fellas have been on.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Heard some interesting stories, some weird stuff, and just had a pretty good time.
Well, good way to end it if you wanted some weird stuff.
I was going to say, most people want to end on a high note. I'm ready to end it on a weird note. I want to leave people uncomfortable.
Well, you came to the right place.
Fantastic.
That's why we picked you. And we thought, how more fitting, we play the outro. So we play the theme song on the outro of everything. So why not just have the guy that does it as the last episode?
Makes sense. Big brains.
Big brains. And we do appreciate you taking your time to be part of this series. That's amazing to have you and to have you part of this amazing group of Uplanders.
Oh, of course I'll be here for you fellas. I think it was 4.5 years ago, my first appearance on the good old show here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Still a funny time. I think maybe it was like, this dude says he's going to rap a song. I'm like, yeah, he can't do anything. I'm like, it's going to be garbage. and then think of it later, reaches out. He's like, oh my God, you got to hear this. I'm like, what is that? It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
The theme song contest.
Yes.
Yeah, it was oh yeah. Well, that, and I remember like one night late in Discord, didn't you rap against capitalists? Like, wasn't that like a big beef? And then you guys like had a rap off, or were going to?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was more of a beef on his end. He was just such a wild card that I would just love having him on. But yeah, we ended up in the fan server in a live channel having a rap battle.
That was so. That was wild. That was some wild times.
The good old days.
Yeah.
And the next morning, I got a text. You missed it. Mars and Capitalist were doing a rap battle, and it wasn't going well for Capitalist. And
nothing ever did.
Fantastic. He was in the UK, so it was super late, and I believe his wife or girlfriend came out and asked him what the hell was going on, and it was just a gem all the way around.
Yeah, it was good.
Too bad that wasn't recorded for the memories.
Oh man, no, that was a live event only.
Yeah. All right, you ready to jump into this?
All right, how much do I win?
Nothing.
Oh. Well, it depends. It depends how quick you do the speed run.
Yeah,
there is a chance to win.
You just want to get this over with since it's the last one. I'm gonna draw it out now.
No, the lightning. We got our 12 questions, and then you have the lightning round where it's 4 questions in 60 seconds. Then you got to see if you can be the quickest.
All right, perfect.
All right, but we'll start with the easy stuff first. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself outside of Upland?
All right, let's see. Well, my name's Mars, Utah. I'm Mr. Buena Vista. I'm Mr. Race around the track and light your whip up. I'm Mr. Stake down some spark and watch it lift up. The hustle's going to leave its mark. I'm on a limp. Oh, wait, that's the Upland, though. Outside of Upland, I make a lot of music, do art of all kinds, really, except for I don't sculpt, but maybe if I get TML to reenact that scene from Ghost, I would start sculpting. But other than that, I do a lot of collecting. I'm surrounded by collectibles here. As I was cleaning off my messy space for the hoop heads out there, if anyone's interested in a Yinka Dare rookie card, I have one for you. Only the true heads know who that guy is. What else? I have a family, the beautiful Venus, Utah, who's been playing Upland as long as I am, far less active, but and we have a 2-year-old son who's a little savage and an absolute good time that takes up most of my time these days. Professional life's a little sensitive, so I'm not going to go there, but I do a lot of I coach basketball, mentor at-risk youth, all sorts of things. We could go on for days and days, but that sums up my main interest, I believe.
All right. That's a lot.
Yeah. How'd you first discover Upland? What drew you to it?
What drew me to it? Well, I have some friends who've been deep in crypto for a really long time and were super early to NFTs. So early 2020, they kind of pulled me into that a little bit, and I got into the Wax ecosystem first. One of my friends in real life, Bonds Manifest, was the community manager for Our Planet, if the OGs remember that project. So he had found Upland and turned me on to it. And just in general, as an artist, I realized the low barrier to entry to start making some art and having some fun and entertaining people. And so I dove into that and dove into Upland. And 2 months later, I wrote that song for you fellas and was off to the races.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
But I didn't find it on Brave browser. Sorry to disappoint everybody.
What do you do when you're not playing Upland besides the stuff that you told us in question 1?
Man, what do? I'm in the Northeast area, so summertime I'm outside all the time, lakes, all sorts of activities, boating, climbing mountains, all sorts of stuff like that. Winter, I just usually hunker down and make art. Like I said, all sorts of mediums, writing fiction, drawing, music. Right now, I've been pretty wrapped up with getting a new band off to the races. Just staying creative and then spending a lot of family time. My son's cool as hell. He's probably the coolest person I've ever met already. So we hang pretty tough.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. I know how those little dudes are. They're amazing.
Yeah. You got to meet the little fella.
I did.
Got a sweet head of lettuce on him already. It's I think he's gonna be a rock star.
He's got the hair.
What was your first big milestone in Upland?
I mean, in the actual game, there's so many things, but for me, like the most exciting things for me, other than like putting my artwork out and into the game and things like that, was really buying specific properties. I like weird stuff, but one thing I really worked towards was buying the park in Chinatown, Manhattan. That was a property I really had my hands on. That was my eyes on. That was a monster with a big cost. And it's a cool area there because that's where the Gangs in New York 5 Points neighborhood was. And it was such a terrible area that they bulldozed the whole neighborhood and made parks and jails and courthouses on top of it as a statement. So all of that is buried beneath those parks and things in Chinatown, and I believe it's City Center, Manhattan. So, as far as a big goal, there's a lot of other things, but that one I really had my eye on for a long time. I was stoked when I got my hands on it.
I like properties with history like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, as you know, I'm not successful in city releases because I just go for weird stuff that most people.
Hey, you got the Apollo and you got CBGBs. You got some cool stuff.
I got Houdini's mansion in Hollywood Hills that all my favorite albums were recorded in that nobody cares about, but I do.
Yeah.
I'd like Mythbusters. Like I got the Mythbusters headquarters in San Fran. Like, yeah, if people would just get your own weird things.
Yeah. What strategy do you use in game? Are you more of a collector, trader, seller, builder, creator?
Definitely collector creator. As we kind of got into a little bit, but I have tons of things. I've been trying to thin out the portfolio a little bit and rearrange things to, get rid of some properties I don't need. But there's so many things that I enjoy. It's really tough the collector in me. So when you love to collect, you can't let go. But, also the creator side, as I said, really dove into Upland in the beginning to be able to entertain and create and share with the community.
What was your proudest moment or achievement in Upland so far?
Proudest moment or achievement? Probably still the proudest moment was the Upland Artist Spotlight #2, where Upland featured me as the artist in the second in the series, and had the auction where they auctioned off 5 block explorers that I created and NFTs also inside the Discord, the official Upland Discord server. And there's still an interview floating around out there from that release with the old community manager and myself talking about that project on the official Upland channel. But yeah, getting some of my art actually into the game officially, I'd say that's probably the proudest moment.
Not many people can say that too.
Yeah. That's a very elite group.
I believe, it's myself. I forget the gentleman's name. TML owns all of his block explorers.
Yep.
And Left House was the third. And then that series, I think, got shuttered after that. So very limited group. Which
Upland city is your favorite and why?
It's got to be San Francisco, right? I don't want to get punched by you guys. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, it's San Francisco. That's where we started and toiled for, gosh, the first while. That and Manhattan are both close to my heart. I'm kind of torn between the two. Manhattan has more of the individual property cool factors for me, like we talked about, but San Francisco in general, I got the neighborhood that I gripped onto, Buena Vista, right in the middle of San Francisco. That's where a lot of, I guess, lack of a better term, my personal lore was kind of built from. In lower Buena Vista, there's a peak called Mount Olympus, and that really caught my attention from the beginning, and bought out most of the summit of that, and just kind of started the whole roundabout Mars, Utah character that turned into the Metaphors character, and all that stuff is based off that neighborhood in San Francisco. So got to stay there for sure.
All right. Nice history with that.
Yeah. How has the Upland community impacted your experience in the game?
How? Oh man, every way imaginable over the years. Laughed, cried, had tons of fun, had tons of frustration. No, it's the community's great. That's, as we kind of, we talk about the Wayback Machine because we all been around, but when we first started out, that's really, obviously you're playing in game and taking part in the events, but the Discord and the other players is really what it's all about. Even still now, the relationships with other players. So that's really what keeps you going, especially as more of an entertainer creator. If there's no one there to share it with, then what's the point? But so the community's impacted me in so many ways, but yeah, awesome people. I mean, think of over the years, all the people that we've crossed paths with that are just awesome individuals. It's always the bad apples in the bunch, but as far as online communities go, I think this is one of the most chill with a lot of the nicest, most helpful people around.
Yeah, definitely percentage wise outscales most of the other gaming communities for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about that. But so that was a convoluted answer, but I think I got it in there somewhere.
Yeah,
we'll take it.
Can't argue with that one. Do you have any memorable collaborations or rivalries with other players?
I don't have a lot of rivalries. We talked about the one, Capitalist, obviously. I mean, we scrap battled on Discord. But collaborations, I could go for days on this one. Obviously, you fellas, we've collaborated on the songs and a couple other things.
Yeah.
My first collaborator was Upland itself. It's other than the Upland Artist Spotlight, they had me DJ inside of the official Discord during that cool Halloween parade where we got to make our own costumes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They had me DJ inside the official Discord for the Midtown Manhattan Bubble release, where it drops some sweet disco on everybody.
Yeah.
And after that, leads me to another collaborator with my main man Left House. We did the Coast to Coast Christmas special, and then after that, Upland asked us to do the official New Year's Eve YouTube release that year. So we did a sanctioned special for that one, and then that led to hosting a bunch of the official Upland tours that we used to have, where the Jason Mask Block Explorer came from and the superhero cape thing. So there's that. Recurrier, I collabed with a ton on Metaphors and creating that and a bunch of other things, and I'm sure I'm forgetting people, but yeah, I just collaborated with so many people over the years on so many different projects. It's kind of hard to even recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What one piece of advice would you give to someone just starting out in Upland?
Oh man, do I want to be blunt?
Yeah, don't hold back.
Have fun. I mean, obviously, there's, like you say, I'll see if it still touches a chord, but is it a game or an investment? And so many people look in just looking to flip, and as soon as they aren't racking in money immediately, they start to get frustrated. So I would just say, if that is your goal, it's going to take you some time, unless you're going to just drop a bunch of cash off the bat. So if you're looking to get in, come in for the fun and the community and take part. And, if things start going your way positively in the profit department, then that's awesome. But if that's your goal, then you're going to really have to work. And I don't have a lot of advice in that department because I'm a knucklehead.
There you go. Do you have any quirky habits or rituals when playing Upland?
No, there's nothing quirky about me.
Good answer.
Yeah, I mean, I put on a wrestling mask and act like a weirdo, so I'd say that sums it up.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
What are your personal goals in the game for the next 6 months to a year?
6 months to a year. I mean, hopefully I'll finally get some map assets into the game. I've been trying to work on it for a while. I have a bunch of designs penned up, but I have a 3D designer that I've worked with on previous games. We actually collaborated to build a functional blockchain game on Wax ourselves, and he's just an amazing artist. So I really just have my sights set on working with him. So I've been kind of waiting for his timeline because that is his entire gig. So once that gets going, I really hope to get some of those into the game. Like I said, I'm trying to readjust my portfolio because I tend to be an impulse buyer from the heart. My dividends aren't always as good as they should be, so I'm trying to move things around and get a little better in that department too. And on that space in Manhattan I talked about in the park, I'm looking to open a showroom that for map assets, but I want it to be more of a museum of map assets. I'm not really trying to sell anything there. I want to kind of curate some of the things that I think are the best stuff in Upland and display them there.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So
all right,
right in the heart of downtown Manhattan.
Great location for that. All right, that brings us to our quick fire round. We have 4 questions. We try to answer them as quickly as possible in 60 seconds, or you can take your time and answer it in 2 minutes and 19 seconds like somebody else did.
All right, let's see. Do I have a clock?
You can't watch the clock. I got the clock.
Sounds like a reverse challenge.
All right, you ready?
I am.
Favorite in-game property?
400 Upper Terrace.
Favorite Upland event or competition?
Oh, Spud Wars.
One Upland item you'll never sell, no matter the offer.
400 Upper Terrace.
Best Upland memory?
Bust Upland memory. The first time I dropped the song for you fellas.
24 seconds. I thought you were like, we had time, and then you paused to think about it. You could have took it down and been the champion.
Oh, I missed it by a couple seconds. Story of my life.
Oh, well, but nice job, though. This part is where we give our guests the opportunity to have an open forum, talk about any businesses, meta ventures, or anything that they're working on, community or whatever message, or if you just want to talk to us for a couple minutes, that's your forum now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything I'm pushing. I kind of summed up all my goals, but given the amount of time that I currently have, I'm really trying to be realistic. Back then, during the NFT rush and all of that stuff, it was an awesome time. I got to work on a ton of projects and be the creative lead on a ton of stuff, but I also suffered some pretty serious burnout and needed to realign life here. So I'm trying to move the tracks again, but no promises or ventures. But the one thing I am looking forward to, I'll kick your way too stupid, is hopefully one of these days we can open a music venue and then be able to stream some live performances from this band I'm putting together in there. So that's really something I'm looking forward to, but eventually, so hopefully we can entertain some folks. But yeah, I'm not pitching or selling anything these days.
There you go. Where do you find yourself? What city do you find yourself in mostly when you're in Upland?
I tend to float in San Francisco for the most part. Basically, I just like being there at the home base, but also if I want to do standards and try to find some spark or, anything like that, the amount of properties I have there just makes it super easy to bounce around and do whatever I need. But then I just shuttle out to places and buy stuff and return home.
Yeah. That would be nice.
A lot of send fees for the airport owners from me.
There you go. You see, he travels to buy stuff. Thank me later.
Again, I mean, well, whatever. Everyone knows my stance on it at this point. It's nonsense.
I thought that was a move that was going to be coming up, was to be able to remotely buy things.
Soon.
Okay. Soon.
Thank me later. What do you have? Thank me later.
Nothing. This has been great. I'm ready to wrap this series up for this year. See, hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. I don't know. Will it be back next year?
I don't know.
Honestly, probably not. But but who knows? Who knows?
I'll take this time real quick to thank you, gentlemen, for just such a commitment to the community over all these years and churning 31 of these bad boys out in a row, and always being there with a consistency that I can't muster and a lot of other creators can't muster. So you guys are crushing it, and as a community member, I appreciate you fellas, and I'm sure a lot of other people do too as well.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, brother. Yeah,
you got it. Thank you for having my silly ass around.
Thanks for keeping amazing intro or theme songs for us coming. So we're due for a new one. This one's been going on 3 years now almost, so we're due for a new one.
Yeah, we're like 2.5 years. So yeah, we'll have to get another one rolling. That happened real fast. The first song, those 2 years went real slow. The last,
yeah.
Might be because I got a little person pooping their pants in my house.
I was going to say that's all it takes is some of them running around, and then your time just goes so quick. So quick. So no. And thank me later. You're already calling it quits. This is the end of March, and you're already calling it quits for ever doing this thing again.
I'm not. Hey, look, I would do it again. I don't know that your marriage can take doing this again. So I'm just looking out for you, brother. I have nothing but time. You have other obligations.
I strategically planned it I strategically planned it. Still not the greatest, but yeah, it's okay. I'm not in the doghouse. I'm not sleeping on the couch. Well, I never sleep on the couch.
Well, anyway. Who knows? Maybe it will. If everybody likes it and it vibes, maybe we go back-to-back broadcaster of the year. Who knows? Maybe we bring it. Maybe we bring it back.
Yeah, We might
I
bring
think
it back.
he's fine. I've met Mrs. To Win, and she's a very nice lady.
Yeah. And then we have so many more people that we didn't get a chance to talk to. So I'd feel bad only doing this series once.
That's true. If only we had a platform that we streamed on every week, that maybe we could invite them on to talk. But,
yeah. Seems like some people have difficulties though getting there. I know that coming here shortly, we're going to have I don't know what you want to call the show, but we're going to look back and talk about the stats about the show, about our guests and everything, and kind of give you all kinds of fun numbers about what March is.
retrospective?
Yeah, retrospective. Yeah, we can call it that.
Oh, big words.
Yeah.
I got a word of the day calendar.
Nice.
Congratulations. So stay tuned. That will be coming soon. To all 31 participants, thank you so much. Mars, Utah. Amazing to have you as the closer mint of this series.
Ooh, thank you. I'm honored to be chosen.
Yeah. Got the closer mint. So we got to figure something out. Let's make an NFT out of this series. I don't know. Mars
We'll
can
do
help
something.
us.
We can figure out something.
Yeah, we can figure something out.
Yeah. No, but this has been an amazing time. Thank me later. I'm thanking you now for participating in all 31 days with me. Didn't miss a day. So really appreciate that. Always glad to ride with you. And everybody that's watched, that's left comments, that's retweeted and liked, we really appreciate the support. So it means that we didn't do this thing in vain for 31 days. And I'm glad that everybody got something out of it. And there were so many tidbits of information, so many great quotes. If you've seen on X of people from their interviews, there's so many of those out there, and just the cool things that you learned about players that you thought you've known for years. You learned a little bit something new. So, and if for some reason this was your first one, go back and watch all 31 that you've missed. So you did pick a good one to watch the first time, but yeah, if you missed it, go on back. Other than that, everybody be safe, have fun. We'll see you out there in the metaverse.
The UPX Podcast with the property expert. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host who's stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland property experts, baby, UPX.